What's going on YouTube? Kamikaze Von Doom here with a Division Heartland video. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But this is going to be all about the Division Heartland and celebrating their closed beta week or whatever you want to call it, because they did publicly announce that it starts on the 27th, and that was yesterday. So their Heartland beta is in full swing. Now, don't go in the comments and be like, hey, I'm a part of the beta. Don't do that, okay? Everyone knows you have to sign an NDA. So if you want to be one of the cool kids or something and pop off in the comments, say something like, hey, Doom, I'm going to be ordering pizza just like you this week or something like that, okay? And then maybe we'll eat pizza together. You know, keep it simple, right? Anyways, moving on to the Division Heartland news, because we did get news today from Red Storm Entertainment. Now, this was posted on their Twitter page, and it reads as follows. Get to know the team behind Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland. Head over to our website to read the full article discussing the team's experience, along with our collaborating studio, Ubisoft Red Linux. Our Linux? Linux, right? Yeah. So Red Storm Entertainment is the flagship development team that is in control of Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland. Now, we do know that multiple studios are helping them with development, but just like how Massive is a part of The Division and The Division 2's flagship, Red Storm is going to be that for Division Heartland. Remember, Red Storm is completely different. Now, just to give you a little background with Red Storm and their Division experience, they did help Massive Entertainment develop both Division 1 and the Division 2, and their primary focus was on PvP, running things like the Dark Zone or like Conflict, you know, things like that. Since doing that for Tom Clancy's The Division 2, Red Storm did branch off and start developing their own Division game, and here it is. Now, the Division Heartland is not anything like the Division 2 or the Division 1. It is a standalone game. It will be free to play on all platforms. Now, it has been in development for years, but a lot of people are speculating that the longer the better, because a free game, you want it to be at its, tip-top shape, where, if it's just going to flop like all the others, people are not going to play it after a week. So they want to retain that, and they know the Division community is a dedicated community. So I'm really hoping that they stick their landing with this one. Anyways, let's click on it, shall we? Now, I actually already have it opened up, and this is via redstorm.com. And this article was posted yesterday on the 27th, and this was the same day that their closed beta started. Now, it starts with On the Road to Silver Creek. Get to know the teams behind Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland. Scrolling down, we see the same image from Twitter. And here we go with the article. Now, the article is going to focus on 3 different developers. I believe it's going to be the product director, the creative director, and then one of the developers from Red Linux. So let's read it. Here we go. Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland, Ubisoft's exciting addition to the survival action multiplayer shooter realm, enters its closed beta in the United States, Canada, and Mexico today, which was yesterday. In this free-to-play game, players get to explore hostile Silver Creek in a fictional small town, Middle America, and fight alongside and against other agents to save the Forgotten Heartland. So there will be PvE and PvP. All right, article continues. We sat down with lead Red Storm Entertainment, the lead studio, Red Storm Entertainment, and collaborating studio, Ubisoft Red Linux. We asked them a bit about the title and how these diverse teams from opposite sides of the world join hands in expertise in building this exciting experience. Now, it says a new experience in a familiar universe, discussing Heartland with the team. Now, first up, we have Tony. I'm not going to say everyone's last names because I'm just going to butcher them. All right. So we'll just say Tony. And Tony is the product director for Red Storm. And product director for Red Storm Entertainment and producer. I didn't read that part. And producer. So he's the product director and producer for the Division Heartland. Now it says here that Tony is surely one of the most excited to see all the hard work behind this game come to life in the closed beta. And here is a few quotes. For me, having worked with the brand for almost 10 years, the most exciting thing about Heartland is the opportunity to tell new stories in the Division universe and broaden the narrative a little bit. We're going to step outside of the metropolitan areas that we know from the Division 1 and 2 and tell a story of what happens outside of those cities in a different lens. There's going to be a little bit more exploration and uncovering of mysteries than what we're used to. So Division 1 and 2, it's mainly, missions throughout the city and just clearing out the city and moving on to the next. This one, it's more spread out. There's more to explore, more mysteries to solve, more investigating. Pretty cool. Now it says, and the fact that Heartland is free to play means we're going to bring these stories to a much wider audience of players that are new to the Division universe. We can't wait to hear what the people participating in the closed beta think about the game. That feedback is going to be so valuable in helping us prepare for launch and beyond. Remember, these free-to-play games are going to be based off of seasons, and they usually have at least a few years of, lifespan ahead of them. I mean, just look at Apex Legends, PUBG, Fortnite, all of these free-to-play games that are still going today after years and years. Next up, it says, as the producer, Tony has had a key role in ensuring the co-development model that works as intended. In addition to being adaptable and paying special attention to communication, he highlights the importance of empowerment and inclusion, embedding team members directly into the lead studio's team. Okay. All right. The collaboration model at Ubisoft is a huge advantage for us, but you need to commit to do it well. Okay. It requires buy-in and trust from everyone involved. I'm sorry if I read these last two parts a little weird. They're not written, or I guess, I don't know. It didn't go off the tongue well in English. Now it says here, Anastasia. Anastasia is the senior associate producer for Ubisoft Red Linux. And it says here, Anastasia understands this topic more than most. She believes the most important part of any collaboration project and the glue of keeping things together is the people. I swear I've read this before. This sounds like an old article that they just republished. All right. It takes the mindset of a collective challenge. It takes the mindset of a collective challenge to develop the game in this size. We can talk about deadlines, priorities, and tasks all we want, but the secret in the formula is people and how we work together for our shared vision. It takes the mindset of a collective challenge. All right. Next up, we have ensuring that conditions are good for collaboration. This is key for development. I mean, the way all of this is written is trash. There needs to be someone proofreading this. Anastasia continues that the thing I'm most excited about in the closed beta are the people's reaction. When you've been developing a game for a long time, it's easy to see things in a certain way. It's also so thrilling to go through the player feedback and see aspects of the game in a completely different way. Okay. Next up, we have Keith. Now, this is the creative director for Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland. And it says, Keith is just as excited to hear what the players think of a new take in the Division universe as it hits especially close to home for him. Now, Keith says, I live in the Heartland. The town I live in is very much like Silver Creek, and I'm definitely drawn a lot of inspiration from that. It's been a really cool opportunity to be able to tell a story that shows what happened to the rest of America that we've used to from the past 2 games. So we have New York City, and then we have Washington, D.C., from both of the games, and then we see in the second game we're going back to New York City, so it's just a lot of bouncing around from those 2 cities. So I do agree with the creative director here, where branching out and going into Heartland and having a different setting and a different feel is going to be really fresh and inviting. The only thing, I hope there is weather, and I hope there are some sort of I don't know, visual blockers, like fog or rain, or maybe like there's like leaves or snow or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? That way you're bringing the player in, the immersion, you know what I mean? Like from the Division 1, where we're in New York City, everything is urban and it's a little grimy, but there's all the snow everywhere, so it's I don't know how to explain it. If you can explain it better, just let me know in the comments. All right. His next quote here says, this has to be the most of myself I've ever put into a game, and I'm really excited for people to explore all that we've created for them and get to dive into that player feedback for the closed beta. Well, now they're just repeating each other. For a creative director, collaborating on a project spread across the world poses a challenge that's especially interesting: how to communicate creative vision and nurture creativity across borders. In Keith's experience, it comes down to fostering a sense of camaraderie, the feeling of one single team, no matter how spread out in the world they are. It's about giving responsibility and ownership, creating opportunities for sharing, and spaces to put ideas in. And then here's another photo. This is at the base of ops in the Division Heartland. And then just so you know, this is Tony, this is Keith, and this is Anastasia. Those are the 3 developers that we were just quoting. Now it says here, all 3, Tony, Keith, and Anastasia, are excited to celebrate this important milestone. And the game, the closed beta. So here's my question, okay? All of this hype, half of this article is an old article. Who wrote this? Does it say who wrote this? Hold on. Doesn't say at the top. Older post. It does not say. Here we go. Learn more about yeah. So this is the this is the article that I was talking about. This is the article that they took most of their quotes. Here's Tony. Here's Anastasia. Why we collaborate successfully. It's the whole thing. Interesting. Very interesting. But hey. The game's not out yet, so why not, quote the quote of the quote. Anyways, the Division Heartland closed beta is live right now. So if you got an invite, good stuff. But yeah, don't just go popping off things after signing an NDA, all right? Just be smart about it, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Shout out to everyone a part of the Division Heartland. This is a milestone, and I cannot wait to see this thing hit the shelves. But all right, I'm out of here. Kamikaze Von Doom, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, everyone. Peace out.
Indicate that contamination has stabilized.
This armor's done. Greetings, agents. The Division Heartland team is committed to bringing the best possible experience at launch. To help with this, we've enlisted some community members to play the game and tell us what they think. We then take that feedback and make improvements, and then we test again. This continuous test and learn approach has helped Heartland become better and better, and we can't wait for you to see what we've built together. In fact, one of those tests will be going on over the next several weeks. This test is PC only, and since it is still very much a work in progress, and we want to be sensitive to those who might want to avoid spoilers at launch, under a full non-disclosure agreement. If you've registered for testing with us previously, invites are going out now, but if you don't see an invite, don't worry. We'll be adding more people as the test goes along, so just keep your eyes on your email inbox. This particular closed beta test will be run in the following regions. There will be additional opportunities for console and PC players available in the future as well. But for now, if you want to get in on helping Heartland be the best it can be at launch, register on our website, divisionheartland.com/register, and we'll see you in Silver Creek.
Hey everyone, we're so excited to show you Heartland, an all-new standalone adventure in the Division universe. The teams poured their heart into this game, and we can't wait to share it with you. Welcome to Silver Creek. Heartland's a free-to-play survival action shooter set in the Division universe that features streamlined survival gameplay and a beautiful new world to explore, filled with dynamic PvEVP gameplay. In Heartland, you play as a Division agent, given the task of protecting Silver Creek, a small town in Middle America. It's your job to keep the town safe from enemy factions, rogue agents, and a deadly contamination. Heartland explores what happened to small town America when the green poison was unleashed on the world. While major metropolitan centers got aid from agencies like SARA and the Division, what help did the Heartland get? This game ties directly into the timeline and introduces all new characters and storylines to the franchise. I'm Keith Evans, Creative Director on Heartland at Red Storm Entertainment.
Hi, I'm Taylor Epperly. I'm the Associate Game Director on Heartland. I'm really excited for folks to see what the world of the Division looks like in small-town America.
Hi, I'm Carrie Bland, Community Developer on Heartland, and I can't wait for our players to see all the hard work and dedication the team has put in. We've spent a year in closed tests building on the experience, responding to the feedback we received, and have evolved towards a truly unique and exciting take on survival PvEVP gameplay.
Heartland launches with a robust experience for players on day one. The player's first task is to help Mackenzie Reed get Silver Creek's base of operations back up and running. Players will be tasked with completing a set of missions and projects, all focused on the goals of exploring the town and gathering the supplies necessary to help prepare the base of operations. Every mission completed gives players the tools and strength necessary to survive.
Silver Creek is a hostile environment filled with deadly contamination, roaming enemy hordes, and the looming threat of sickness and dehydration. Players will have to be prepared if they hope to survive a full day in the town.
As day turns to night, Silver Creek is sent into high alert. The survival threat increases, and dangerous PvEVP from rogue players and AI is introduced. Night is a deadly sandbox filled with unexpected threats, but there is that constant carrot of great rewards.
As players progress, they unlock the ability to select one of 3 active classes. Every class brings something unique to the table, from the survivalist ability to highlight loot behind walls, to the weapons expert ability to craft and deploy an assault turret. Combining these classes in a squad helps you overcome Silver Creek's toughest challenges.
Where one teammate might be falling behind, you really want to make sure that you're picking up that weight. Talking together and working as a true unit is the best way to make sure you're successful in Silver Creek.
Heartland features a deadly and unpredictable contamination that makes every trip into Silver Creek unique.
To help you in your journey, you'll be able to fabricate supplies, prepare your go bag for each new day, making sure you can achieve even the toughest goals.
The contamination shapes the areas of the map that are easily accessible, and using a filter protects agents from the contamination, but the filter depletes pretty quickly inside the contaminated areas. So depending on how many filters you have on hand, you might decide to head into a contaminated area and get some loot that other folks passed up. There's also the ever-present threat of dehydration. Dehydration can slow you down, so you really have to keep an eye out for fresh, non-contaminated water when you're out in Silver Creek.
Try to be as prepared as possible. You're gonna want to set yourself up for success out there. But if you do find yourself a little underprepared, hopefully you have a teammate that'll let you crawl inside their backpack. Who knows, maybe they have juice boxes in there.
In Silver Creek, Shade Agents are using the rocket rink and abandoned roller skating rink as their base of operations. For the first time in the Division, the entire base of operations is a shared space. You can socialize, form a group, customize your character, and prep for your next operation. Each session begins and ends in the base of operations, and you'll be talking to Carmelita, Kevin, and Mackenzie quite often.
Each time players exfiltrate back to their base of operations, they take the materials and gear they've collected and store it in their personal armory to help them prepare for future days in the town.
When you're going up against rogue agents, you kind of get into a bit of a cat or mouse situation. For me, I'm definitely more of a mouse. You don't have to worry about rogue agents if they can't see you.
There's a couple different strategies you can use against rogue players. I love using Heartland's class skills to set up ambushes, coordinating with my teammates to make sure we're repairing our armor as needed. And then when the shooting's done, I love looking through their loot and taking all the good stuff.
Heartland will be a living game. The stories we tell on day one are just the beginning. We can't wait for players to dive in and take this journey with us.
We're thrilled to take the next step as we enter our testing phase. Our community team will be looking at feedback shared across social channels and on our official forums, while we evolve our game together with our community, shaping the long-term Heartland experience. The team is committed to creating the best possible experience for our players, and the community is invaluable in helping make that happen.
I really think we've created something that the original survival players will recognize, while also innovating with open world operations, dynamic contamination.
The team here at Red Storm is proud and feel we're really onto something. Heartland feels fresh and distinct while still feeling at home alongside the other amazing games in this universe. Thank you for taking this journey with us. We can't wait to have you join us in Silver Creek.